Hello everybody, I'm Rude Devil, and this is a special announcement video in the sense that I'm just making two announcements, some of which you already know. First of all, I just wanted to quickly say that you should all click on the link in the description, which will take you to the Edain mod webpage on the mod database website, and to vote for the Edain mod as your mod of the year, because I'm pretty sure it's the best Biff Me 2 mod any of us has ever played, and just given how much effort the Edain team put into bringing us like such a great enhancement to Biff Me 2, which in a sense has essentially made it Biff Me 3, and just how much enjoyment we've got out of it. I myself have just got so much mileage out of it. I'm not even close to being bored with it, especially with all the epic content coming to Edain 4.0, which I will get in a little later. So yeah, just go ahead and it's really simple. You just go to the webpage, you scroll down until you say vote for mod of the year, and then you just click on the button where it says vote, and it will even thank you. And yeah, let's see how many votes we can get for the Edain team. I think they said they finished 5th last year. So yeah, anything higher than 5th, then we've made progress. And come on, you guys all know they deserve it, the amount of effort they put in. So yeah, so go ahead and do that. Just vote them for mod of the year. But second of all, what I really wanted to talk to you about is Edain 4.3. Now this was announced a couple days ago. So you guys, most of you probably already know this, but the Angmar faction has been finally announced. Now, I did call this a while ago. It just seemed kind of obvious how there was a bit too many good factions compared to evil factions, so naturally, Angmar would be the next faction to be released ahead of Imladris. And yeah, it's aptly named of Iron and Frost, because the Iron Crown, and we're just going to cover the entire Northern Realms into a frozen wasteland, because that's what the Witch King does. He's a dick. So I should be putting some screenshots on your screen right now, and if you look here, Angmar is actually the only evil faction to get a proper castle, so you can mount defenses there. You've got the wolf den defenses, which is kind of cool, so if enemies come towards your base, they'll just, release the dogs, and, completely tear your army to shreds. You can obviously put the mighty Dark Rangers on the wall and just have them kill everything. If you look at the buildings, you can see that we've got the mills, which is the basic resource building, but given that there's two of the other buildings next to it, I'm guessing they're like a second resource type building. They probably give you another benefit, like decreasing the cost of your upgrades, or maybe decreasing the cost of your wolves, or something like that. So yeah, this is actually all genuinely exciting, just because of how varied Angmar is, and we saw that a lot of that in 3.8, just how many different units they got. I mean, they got the Men of Khan Doom, they got the Dark Rangers, they got wolves, they got the Gundabad Orcs, they got the Hillmen of Rudauer. In fact, they actually had to take out the trolls. They kind of limited them to a hero summon at level 10, so they even had to take out some of their units. And actually, you've even got the Barrow-wight, so... Oh, and the Sorcerers. If you look at that picture, you've got the Barrow-wight lair, and you've got the Sorcerers. So really, so many different elements are being thrown into it, because, I mean, they're all going to have their own specialities. I've never really taken to the Sorcerers, I would only ever use them as a joke. But I'm excited to see what changes have come to them. Barrow-wights I thought were a little slow. They'll probably remain so, but they'll probably have strengths in other places. The only gripe I have with this is that I've always thought this, and you guys should know this, that I always thought the Angmar buildings, particularly the Hall of the King's Men, look so damn ugly, and also their fortress is kind of ugly. If you look at the picture, the Hall of the King's Men is bigger than their fortress. Why is it so big? Why is it so just in your face? It's so horrible. So I was hoping they would redesign that, or at least make something a little more practical. Because if you think if it isn't a castle setup, the bases are going to be a lot smaller, and that thing is just going to take up everything. And it's going to be like when the dwarves are released, and if you built your forge works at the back, your catapults would get stuck on other things because they couldn't get out the base. Another little sad thing, and this is just a minor thing, is that there are no builders in Edain 4.0, so I'm hoping when we click on a building, or at least click on a resource building, they'll throw in, we've got stone and iron to build for Angmar. Even though we all hate that quote, we all secretly love it. So yeah, I'll be throwing some screenshots that they've added of other units. Here's the Witch King here, looking all awesome. He's got his sword in one hand and his flail in the other hand. He'll obviously be able to mount his horse. And I'm actually looking to see how they balance his ring hero function, because in Edain 3.8, when he got the ring, he would essentially enhance the defense of all his own structures. They'd get like this ice armor, this kind of like frozen aura around them. And all enemy bases, this is a global thing, would just be debuffed, including their resource structures. They would receive a defense debuff. So I'm wondering if they put that in there. Also, the heroes themselves would always function very uniquely. They would have some really dark, perverted powers. Not perverted in that sense, but you know what I mean. So there was Zaphragal who would like destroy his own health in order to enhance his abilities or carry out his abilities. Um, and then you had the Witch King being able to summon a snow Balrog. Do you remember that? That was really weird. And then you had that werewolf hunter guy that could turn into a werewolf and do all sorts of crazy shit. There are some other screenshots of the Men of Khan Doom, and if you look, they're actually a lot cooler now. If you remember the character models in 3.8, they were taken from some game. I didn't actually think they looked that nice, but here, they're a much more original take on the soldiers of Khan Doom. They've got the Iron Crown insignia, or they got Angmar's insignia on their chest plate. And yeah, they actually look really nice. They got their chainmail, they got their black capes, and they actually look menacing. They look like proper soldiers of Khan Doom, rather than just like a copy paste from another game. So yeah, a lot of work's gone into this, and they will feel as cool. They will feel cooler than ever. I'm pretty sure, just by looking at these character models, and actually genuinely can't wait to test it out. I don't know if the patch is coming out before the end of this year. I don't know if that's what they said. Someone might have to check that for me. But either way, I'm still really looking forward to it. So Edain mod patch 4.3 of Iron and Frost will bring us the new Angmar faction. Finally, a new evil faction to accompany Mordor and Isengard. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, that was pretty much it. And as always, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.